So here's something about LLCs that almost no one thinks about until there's a problem. And once there's a problem, it really needs to be addressed. And so your LLC doesn't just protect you from outside liability. It also governs how disputes inside the company get resolved. So how do we address LLC disputes? Most operating agreements say something vague like members owe fiduciary duties to the company. That's all it says. And people skim past it. But legally, that sentence carries a lot of weight in terms of the LLC. And so fiduciary duties mean duties of loyalty and care. And in plain terms, it means you're not supposed to compete with the company, misuse company opportunities, or make decisions that benefit you at the expense of your LLC. And where this gets interesting is that states treat these duties differently. So some states let you limit or modify them in your operating agreement and others don't at all. And many owners never realize what standard they're being held to. And so I've been in situations where one member starts a side business thinking it's fine and it's not quote unquote the same thing, but legally the question becomes whether it overlaps enough to count as a company opportunity. And that's not always obvious, and courts look at context as to how we got to that moment. And this is where LLC law gets very technical. So it's not about whether bad intent was there. It's about whether the structure allowed something and whether the operating agreement addressed it. And so it's not about intent, it's about the agreement. And the bigger point is that LLCs aren't just about liability shields and taxes. They're also about expectations between owners. And if you don't define those expectations clearly, the law is going to fill in the gaps. And I always say this is absolutely not what you want. And once you're relying on default fiduciary rules, you've already lost control over how the dispute gets framed within your business. And that's one of those things that feels theoretical until suddenly it isn't.